Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on the Rogue Dice channel. Today we're playing Marvel Champions. So if you don't know what Marvel Champions is, it is a LCG card game, and you get to pick a hero from the Marvel Universe. You have to fight a villain. Each hero's playstyle is unique. Each villain's playstyle is also unique. Today I am playing Ant-Man. Adam, who are you playing?
Tony Stark, Iron Man.
So he's playing the Tech Boy. Tim, who are you playing?
And I should be playing Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange.
He's a wizard.
A wizard man.
So each hero or villain also has like their own little gimmick. So for me, you've got your alter ego side where you're in human form or like civilian form. I then can go really small because I'm Ant-Man, and then I can also go really big. Look how my card falls out.
Fold out card.
It's the first one of its kind in this game. Because I think there's other games that's done it and they've stolen it because it's a really good idea. And then Adam as Iron Man, he has a really big hand size, but then when he becomes Iron Man, it's really small.
Yeah, size of one.
Size of one, but for every tech upgrade he gets, you get more. And then for Tim with Doctor Strange, he has his own separate deck alongside his actual deck. That's a spell deck.
Indeed, it's an invocation deck, and as Doctor Strange, I can exhaust him and then use a card from the invocation deck as well.
So it's like a little spell book.
Yeah, it's like a little boost.
To go along with our heroes and our decks, there is also the villain. So today we're playing against Rhino. His scheme, each villain has a scheme. His scheme is called the Breaking. He's currently trying to smash through the facility wall and steal a shipment of vibranium, and we've got to stop him. It's a super simple one because it's the first video on the channel of Marvel Champions, so we'll play the basic scenario. So it's just a straight up fist fight with Rhino, basically. He's got two forms. He's got 42 health, which are that dial there. This is my health 12. Adam's at 9. Tim's at 10. This is Rhino's deck. And to go into Rhino's deck, we have obligations. So obligations for the heroes are stuff that could affect them negatively. So for Ant-Man, I've got to care for my daughter. For Adam, he's got business problems.
Yeah.
In real life as well as in the game.
It's too real.
And then for poor Tim, physical toll.
Oh yes.
Which also is a real life element.
It's painful hands.
Painful hands. My hands, they hurt. So these get shuffled into the villain deck. And then we can start. So at the start of the game, what you do is you start in alter ego form and you've got to draw up your hand size. So I've got to draw 6 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Adam and Tim, they have to do the same.
Yeah, same. Size of 6.
Size of 6 for myself as well. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And I will start the game off. So I've got the lovely little exclamation marker. So I'll be player 1. And on my turn, what am I going to do? Let me have a look. So to play cards in Marvel Champions, what you do is they've got a cost in the top left-hand corner of the card. So if it's free, for example, you then need to discard 3 cards out of your hand, which will give you the energy you can then use to pay it. So I'm gonna attempt to play... Ooh, do I want Ant-Man's helmet? I'm gonna save it for later. Yeah, I'm gonna play Ant-Man's helmet, and to play that, I'm gonna discard 3 cards to get the free energy. And then... Ooh. I'm then going to change it to Tiny Ant-Man.
Ooh.
So I flip over from my alter ego into Tiny Ant-Man. Because I've now got the helmet, when I change to a tiny hero, I get to draw a card.
Be interesting to see how Ant-Man plays, because this is the first game I've actually seen him.
Yes, half the cards I don't know what they do, because I've not properly looked through the decks. So it's going to
be a fun one.
I've got a card that lets me... Oh, that's really good. Ooh. And then, normally, you can only flip from alter ego to hero form once, but Ant-Man's special.
Ooh,
so, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to play a 0-cost card, which is resize. So, change to your other hero form and then draw a card.
Oh
No, that's alter ego. Here it comes. Whee!
Big boy.
Big Chungus. He's out. So I draw a card.
He's so badass.
It's so cool. I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to play Giant Strength. So I play it after I change to my Giant Hero form, which I've done. It means until the end of this turn, I get +1 attack. So I've got 3 attack. I'm now on 4, so I tap my card and I deal 4 damage. So I come along and just punch him in the face.
Straight up.
And then it's over to you, Adam.
Alright. I'm quite lucky. I've got lots of upgrades already. So first thing that I am going to do is I'm going to play the Mark 5 armor, which costs me 3. So I discard 3 energies. I get +6 hit points.
Oh my goodness.
And then I am going to play Futurist, so action, so I don't have to tap him because it doesn't say a tap.
Yeah.
Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, discard the others. That's foiled all my plans. I don't want to discard one of these cards now.
Oh, do you have to get rid of one?
I have to get rid of 2 of them
Oh,
and
God.
draw 1 of them. Alright, I'll keep that, I'll discard them. And then I will play Rocket Boots. Cost
Amazing.
me 1 energy. So I've got 2 upgrades on my character already. +7 hit points already. My stats are quite low unless he upgrades.
Yeah, you need to build, literally with Iron Man, you need to build your suit up and then you can go out and do stuff.
The damage comes from his extensions, really, doesn't
Yeah. When you get the blasters and stuff, it's crazy.
So instead of me doing any attacking, because I've got these extra hit points, I'm going to just recover and build up health before.
Yes,
to
so
attack.
Adam gained more hit points, but it's max hit points, so you don't put it up straight away. It just raises your max cap and you stay at the current hit points you got, and then Adam's healed himself.
Yeah, recovered 3, so I'm now at 12.
Nice.
So is that something that you've just got to kind of keep in your head? There's no way to actually track that, is there, really?
No,
Just
you
keep
just
adding it up,
you just
I
add it
guess.
onto
You just-
your
yeah, you
health,
just got to
I
make sure
guess.
that you keep on top of
Yeah.
yourself, haven't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. Okay.
Over to you,
That's me.
Here we go.
Mr. Strange.
Here comes Mr. Strange. So I'm going to discard the Power of Protection, which gives me double resources for spawning a green card.
Yes.
And I'm going to play Clear, who is Mystic. And when Clear is defeated, I can shuffle her back into my deck rather than putting her in the discard.
That's good.
So then I can pour her out again.
Yeah.
And she has 1 thwart and 1 attack, but will damage herself thwarting or attacking.
Yeah.
So she has 2 health overall. So after 2 thwarts or 2 attacks, she will then die and go back into my deck.
Which is a common theme with all the sidekicks? Or,
I believe
I say
so,
sidekicks,
yeah.
but like...
Where
Heroes.
attacking or thwarting
Yeah.
will cause damage to them, which eventually then wipes them out of the game.
Yeah.
So then, yeah.
There's 1 or 2 who don't take damage, or they take double damage, but then they have higher stats
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an action of Natural Talent for Stephen Strange, which allows me to discard the top card from my invocation deck, which at the moment is Images of Icon, which confuses the villain and removes 4 threat from a scheme, but because there's no current threat actually active, that I'm just going to get rid of that one and see what my next card might be. So have a look, turn that over. And we've got the Crimson Bands of Kitterak. I'm going to
There we go, that's fine,
for that
it's
one.
fine.
Which allows me to stun an enemy and deal 7 damage,
Oh, so
to it,
good.
which is disgusting.
That's-
so we'll hold that one for a little
That's
while.
horrible.
Especially
And-
against Rhino, stunning.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, stop him rampaging about, and that's my turn done.
So now it's the end of the player's turn. What we do is then we draw up to our hand size. So my hand size has changed from 6 down to 4 because I've become Giant Ant-Man. So I only get 3 extra cards.
I'm still Iron Man, so I've got up to 6. Tony Stark even.
And 6 for me as well as Mr. Stephen Strange. And I've got the most awful card in the world, Avengers Mansion. Hooray!
We all love Avengers
Fantastic.
Mansion.
Such a good card.
It's not at all
4.
pointless.
4, ridiculous. If it was 3 or 2, I'd I'd
But
give it
4
some
is
slack.
crazy.
Way too much.
It's way too much. So now, have you got everyone got their cards?
Yeah, it's just I like how my trait is genius. Stephen Strange, who is a doctor, is just called Mystic.
Mystic. Oh, it's mysterious how he's got so much brain power.
Is this Doctor Strange or Mysterio?
Oh, we wouldn't know.
That's true, yeah.
Because it's an illusion.
Oh.
What happens if they make Mysterio, but then Mysterio can mimic other villains that you have? Oh, God, his deck's going to be like this big.
It's got every
Yeah.
just in case.
Mysterio's ability, put every villain you own into a deck.
Stop buying. No.
Buy no more cards. So now that we've gone, it goes on to the villain's turn. So the villain gets to scheme. So this is the villain's scheme card. So you can see it's got a 7 there, and it's got a little meeple icon, little person icon. So that means for each person, it needs 7. So it's 7, 14, 21. So it needs 21 scheme overall. If it gets 21 scheme, we lose the game. Nice and simple. So each turn it goes up by 3. So I just put a little 3 count on because it's 1 per person. And then we go to Rhino. So what we do is we go round, starting with the person whose first turn it is. So I'm in hero form, so Rhino would attack. untap my Ant-Man as well, because it was the end of my turn. So Rhino's going to attack me for 2. Yeah, I'll defend. And then he gets a boost card, so you draw a card off of his deck, flip it over, and what you're looking for is boost icons, which are these little ones here. So I've drawn Physical Toll, which is good for Tim, which means it's now out of the game for now, until his deck gets recycled. So it would have been 2 damage, plus the 2 for the boost icons. So I would have taken 4, but I defend for 3, so I just take 1.
Not too shabby.
That's fine. And that's removed for now, which is really good for you. So then it goes to Adam, who's in alter ego, is Tony Stark, so he can't beat him up because he's not Iron Man, he doesn't know where he's hiding. Essentially, it's meant to be the thing, isn't it, I guess?
He doesn't want to attack the big glass building.
Yeah, he's like, I could charge into the big glass building, but it could be bulletproof, it might hurt. So, against you, he schemes. And if you look at Rhino, he's got 1 scheme, he's a bit thick, bless him. So he's going to scheme for 1 plus 1. So he schemes for 2.
Yeah. He's one of the safe ones to flip to your alter ego form because he's quite pathetic in it. So
because he's schemed, you put another 2 on here, so that takes it to 5. So we're still okay.
Yeah.
And then over to Tim again, same thing. So what he does is he'll scheme, and he gets an extra 2 boost icons from crowd control. So that gives him 3 scheme, and it's got rid of crowd control as well, which is really good.
Another one. Yeah.
Because crowd control has a crisis icon, which means we have to get rid of that before we can attack him off which is really annoying.
How does he stop attacking as well?
Yeah, you can't attack him. No, you've got to deal with the crisis before you can deal with the villain, which is horrible. So that was 2 plus 1, so that's another 3. So he's shot him quite a bit. He's on 8.
He's on 8. It's still manageable.
It's alright. What do we need? 21?
21.
So he's on 8. Oh, it's okay. So now that we've gone round and done the villain's actions, what happens is we each get a card off of this deck and we actually use what the card has written on it, whereas before we were using the boost icons. So, for me, I get Stampede. Amazing. So, Stampede, when revealed, I am in hero form. Rhino attacks you. If a character is damaged by this attack, I get stunned. Marvellous. So, I can't defend because I'm tapped, because I'd already defended. Which means Rhino hits me.
Oh dear.
For 2 damage.
Yep. We don't count the boost at this time.
I don't believe we count the boost now. Don't think we do. I'll double check it later. Please be nice in the comment section. So I take 2 damage. So I go down to 9. But more importantly, I'm stunned.
Yay. Stunned.
So when you're stunned, it means if I go to attack, I don't attack. I have to remove the stun token. So it's horrible.
Interestingly enough, though, with these status cards, I believe it's invocation, which allows me to swap the status card to anything else. So it could be the positive status card.
Which is tough.
That's
the only positive one of them.
Which then allows you to sponge a hit.
Yeah, Rhino can then punch me and then it does no damage.
No damage, yeah. So that could be beneficial for us.
That's good. And you'll go before me next turn as well.
Correct, yeah. So potentially that could come out.
So then over to Adam. So even though you're in alter ego, you still get this, because Stampede, for example, has an effect if you're in alter ego. It just gains Surge, which means you just draw another card. So against Adam, gang up. When revealed, and you're in alter ego, gains Surge, because he can't use it, can't beat you up. Oh dear. So we've drawn business problems, which is actually Adam's obligation.
There we go.
So, may flip to alter ego. I'm already in alter ego. So I either exhaust each upgrade I control to discard the obligation, which means it can be brought back into the game, or I can exhaust Tony Stark, which removes it from the game completely. I'll exhaust him. I'm not in a dangerous position right now, so I'll exhaust Tony Stark and get rid of him.
And then that is removed from the game.
So
that's not too bad.
Very well.
And then over to Mr. Strange himself, you get caught off guard. Oh. Discard an upgrade or a support you control. If no cards were discarded, it gains Surge. You've got no upgrades or supports, have you?
No, I have not. So it
another one?
gains Surge and goes through to another one.
Advance. When revealed, the villain schemes. But thankfully, Rhino's really thick, so it only gains 1.
Hooray. So that's not too bad of a round, that.
That's alright, I can deal with that.
Yeah,
so then
is he on 9 now?
9?
Yeah.
He's on 9, he's on 38 hit points, so we're getting there. And then the first turn icon goes to Adam.
Alright, I don't untap because you untap at the end of your turn. So I won't be recovering or flipping or anything. I can flip still, can't I? I just can't,
You can flip,
I
yeah.
can't attack
Because you could flip and then use your repulsor blasters and stuff like that.
So with this as well, I can still do the action because it doesn't tap my character, I believe.
Yes, that's true, yeah.
But luckily, I've still got a million upgrades in my hand.
Amazing.
So these aren't unique because there isn't a little star, so I can have more than one set of rocket boots, which, why not?
It would be quite amusing, you just flying around with one rocket boot.
A single one. So I'll discard one energy, so I've got another rocket boot. We'll class it as one rocket boot each.
Yes, yeah.
I finally have both
You've
rockets.
got full pair.
One of the big things I think right now is just building them up so that when I flip over, I've got huge amounts. I've got another +1 hit point. I am then also going to play another upgrade, which is Powered Gauntlets, which cost me 2 energy.
Nice.
Which allows me to do a hero action and do some damage.
And this is what Iron Man's all about. It's just about upgrading his suit, basically. You literally start as Tony with no suit, and then you upgrade it, and then later on in the game, that's when you come into play and you start helping out.
I make the Mark 5 armour before anything else, and then, this armour needs to do something, actually.
Yeah, you've got the chest piece, you've got like a chassis, and then you've gone, it's missing something.
Something's not right here.
I've got no shoes.
So I could flip over, I can't attack, but I would then be able to use the Powered Gauntlets.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to make myself aerial.
Is it 1 damage with the Powered Gauntlet?
It's only 1, so it's not really that good. Unless I go aerial, then it does 2, which is what I'm going to use my boots for eventually.
Yeah.
But I don't have the correct resource.
Yeah, it's a science, isn't it?
To do that one, yeah. So, what's his scheme? His scheme is still quite low. Are you going to be flipping? Sure.
Probably, yeah, more than likely.
You need to flip to cast your spells, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I need to get there.
If you're going to flip, then at least he's not scheming and we're not running the risk of more than those boost icons.
Yes, so true. Yeah,
I'll stay as Tony Stark for now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay as Tony.
Okay. Okie dokie, over to me. I'm going to discard a card and play Mystical Studies, which is an alter ego action, which allows me to search my deck and discard pile for a Doctor Strange card and add it to my hand, which then I then have to shuffle my deck.
Because you get Doctor Strange cards in your main deck, not your Invocation deck, that are also spells.
Correct.
Which is really good.
Indeed. So I shall do that now. I can't remember which ones are the good ones. There's some really decent Doctor Strange cards if I can find them.
Are you getting that ready? Are they the strange ones? Or are they just like the generic abilities you have?
So, there's none that will particularly ready me, but there is some that I know that are fairly decent, such as this one. So I've searched through my deck and I found the Eye of Agamotto, which is a hero resource, and if I exhaust this card, it generates a wild resource.
That's really good.
Which will allow me to add to any kind of card playing.
Yeah, and what's really good is the wild resource. You can sub it in as any type. So you've got a card. For example, Rhino gets a card when he gets a better horn, and you have to pay 2 strength to get rid of it. So you could tap that, convert the wild into a strength, and then just play 1 strength card.
Correct.
So it's really good.
Yeah. So I'm going to discard 2 cards, which is going
Why would
to...
you get rid of Avengers Mansion?
Avengers Mansion, I don't know, it's the most powerful
It's the greatest card ever made.
Fantastic. And then Momentum Shift can go as well, which then allows me to play the Eye of Agamotto.
Very nice.
There, and I shall also flip Doctor Strange. Here we go. So he's in his hero form now. And can I flip and activate?
You can, yeah.
You can, can't you? Yeah, okay. So now what I'll do is I shall activate Doctor Strange, which allows me to play my invocation card if I have the resources for it, which I do. There's 2 here. Let's get rid of those.
Very nice.
Which allows me to stun an enemy and deal 7 damage.
So good.
There we go. Disgusting.
We could have tapped that and saved your strength resource.
Could have tapped that and saved my strength resource. You are correct.
Yes.
So I shall tap that now.
Yep.
Thanks to Adam. And do that and still play Crimson Bands of Kitterak is what I'm going to go with for that name.
Yeah, that works for me.
There we go, which is the 7 damage.
Stun, so he goes down to 31. So we're getting there. And he is also now stunned.
Fantastic.
And Then it goes... Is that the end of your turn?
That's my end of my turn, yeah. That's everything.
So then it goes to me. So I'm currently stunned, so I can't attack. I needed to get rid of that, sorry, because it's until the end of my turn. Ooh, no, wait, hang on. Ooh, it's an upgrade.
I've used clear now.
So it stays. Oh, yeah, you can use... You've not used it, you can use it if you want.
There we go. Yeah, and then I'm going to use clear to thwart for 1.
Yeah. So that removes 1, and does she take a point of damage in
Takes a
return?
hit.
Yeah.
There we go.
This is now the life of every sort of ally.
Correct.
She's about to be murdered.
Especially if I'm playing Captain America.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, throwing everybody under the bus.
What's that? A big attack's coming. In you go, underling.
Bye. Yeah. Sponge it for me, thank you.
Okie dokie. What do... I've just realised Giant Strength's actually amazing, because I didn't realise it's an upgrade. So an upgrade stays permanently. So every time I flip into Giant form, I just get +1 attack for that turn.
That's disgusting.
And I think I've got 2 of them in my deck, so I could flip into it and then do 5 damage. Which is pretty gross. So...
But you only get the strength for the turn.
For that turn, yeah.
Yeah,
So I've got to attack.
Yeah.
So while I'm stunned at the moment, it's not the best, but... Ooh, hero response. After you change form, your hero... Ooh, okay. I'm going to play... How am I going to do this? I'm going to get rid of 1 card to play Risk Gauntlets, which is an upgrade card. So it has 2 different effects, depending on if I'm giant or if I'm small. If I'm giant, I pay 2 fist. If I pay 2 fist, I stun a hit enemy. Right. If I'm tiny, so I'm in tiny Ant-Man form,
yep.
I pay 2 of the energy resource, a lightning bolt, and it confuses the enemy, which is the opposite of stun, so they can't scheme.
So is that an upgrade card then?
It is, yeah,
Right,
which is pretty cool.
That's really good.
And
You can stun every turn.
because I can use it every turn, which is really good. I'm assuming I can get like pin particles or something that let me burn resources for free, like you've got your amulet.
Yeah.
Not Doctor Strange, because you've got the amulet. You're Doctor Strange.
There you go.
Captain America, Super Soldier Serum,
Yeah.
gives him strength every turn, so there's stuff like that. And then I'm going to turn... Well, I'm going to play Moxie, which is nothing, which gives me +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense until the end of the round. When I change form, I'm going to shrink down, just like that, and then I'll thwart, so it's 2 +1 for Moxie, 3. There we go. I'm stunned, but it doesn't mean that I can't thwart. You can still do the other thing. Same as if I was confused, I can't thwart, but I could run around punching people. So now that we've all drawn up, it is over to the villain.
Yes. Don't move that yet.
So...
You're the villain, apparently.
Yeah, you were the bad guy all along. Tony is in alter ego form, because he's Tony Stark, not Iron Man. So Rhino will scheme against you. So he'll scheme 1 plus... nothing. Ooh. But we got rid of hard to keep down, which is really good because it gives him a toughness card, I believe.
Believe so.
Heals 4 damage, and if nothing was healed, then he gains surge. Don't really want him to heal anyway,
No.
so...
So he gains 1. You're in hero form, Tim, so Rhino would attack, but he's stunned.
Correct.
So he does not.
Goodbye status card. There we go.
And then over to me, I'm tiny little Iron Man. Iron Man?
Little Iron Man. Yeah, little baby Iron Man. Iron Lad.
yeah. Iron Boy!
Iron Boy, yeah.
I am tiny Ant-Man, I should say. So that means he attacks me, which is going to be painful. So he's going to punch me for 2. Do you know what? I'm going to risk it. Oh boy. He does a grand total of 4 damage because Charge has 2 boost icons.
But at least Charge wasn't getting done on us, because that's 3 plus attack.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so
I go down to 5 health, so I'm going to heal up next turn, I think.
Oh, that's the one that attaches to him, and the next time he attacks, it just...
Yeah, he gets himself ready.
Yeah. Fun.
Which is, So that's that. We go round to the encounter cards.
Oh, here we go.
So for Adam, he gets an enhanced ivory horn, which means it attaches to Rhino. We need to spend 3 strength to break it off, and it does +1 attack. And then over to Tim.
What am I going to get?
Stampede!
Fantastic.
And he does attack you.
He does.
So he attacks you, which means you take 3 damage. Which you can
I'm
defend.
okay with taking
You
3
take three.
damage. No, I'm okay with taking that because I don't want to waste that strength for the next round. Could have thrown her under the bus. Don't want to throw her under the bus just yet. Just yet.
Their time will come.
Get rid of my arm.
And then for Tiny Ant-Man, what do I get? Oh dear, bomb scare. That's fun.
Oh no.
Reports are out that Hydra agents have planted a bomb in a hotel. Amazing. So when revealed, place 1 additional threat here, so it gains 3.
Oh no.
So this is a side scheme. So we've got the main scheme, and now we've got a side one in play. And it's got a acceleration token. So that means that will go up by an extra 1 each turn, and we didn't put the 3 on at the start of the turn for that.
There we go.
So that's now on 9.
Mm-hmm.
So then that is all that. That goes to you, and away we go again.
Fantastic. Oakley dokley then. What does Enhanced Ivory Horn do? Gives him +1 attack, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And we need to spend 3 strength to get rid of it, don't we? And I've only got
We do,
2.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard strength, which is 2 strength.
Yes.
And also discard momentum shift, which is the 3rd strength, which gets rid of Ivory Horn. So that is gone now. And I'm left with not so great cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap that to Strange, which allows me to use the 7 Rings of Ragador, which is going to give 3 characters each a tough card, which would be myself, Adam, and Kyle. I don't feel like Rhino needs a tough card.
If you want to, you can leave him one.
Can make it a bit more interesting. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap clear, which is going to kill her off, but it's also going to thwart 1 off the side scheme, actually. Yes, because if we can get rid of that bonus 1,
yes,
it'll stop the main scheme going up just as fast. But when she dies, she actually goes back into my deck.
Do you shuffle her in, or does she go to the bottom?
Shuffle her into the end's deck.
Oh, okay.
So she shall be shuffled away. What I shall do now is discard a card and also activate the Eye of Agamotto, which is then going to let me play Astral Projection, which choose a scheme and remove 3 threat from said scheme.
Oh, nice.
And then you look at the top card of the encounter deck, and for each boost icon on that card, you remove an additional threat.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to remove it from the main scheme.
So that loses 3.
If I take a look at this, there is 2 bonus symbols, so
nice.
Take another 2 off that.
Does that then get discarded?
I believe this just goes onto the discard pile. It doesn't actually say.
Did it say reveal or draw?
Look at the top card. So it says look.
So it goes back, so we know what's coming.
So coming up next is going to be breaking and tanking. But that's
Well,
going to be out
okay,
as bonus.
But that's going to be a boost, so we're not going to have to face it.
2 boosts.
Yeah.
Boost. 2 boosts.
2 boosts.
And that is the end of my turn.
So it's over to me, so I've got some thinking to do. I'm going to get rid of Stinger, who is an ally, to play First Aid. I heal 2 damage from any character, so I'm going to heal myself up 2. Oh. So I will go up to 7. I'm then going to flip into Giant Iron Man, which I don't flip, I fold out.
Giant Iron Man.
I've done it again. I'm not Iron Man, I'm Ant-Man. I flip into a Giant Ant-Man, and then now that I'm in that, because I've changed to this form, I deal 1 damage, so I deal damage to Rhino.
Nice.
So it goes down to 30. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with my Ant-Man, which loses the stunned token, which means I can play a strength and discard Rohin to play Giant Stomp for free, which is a hero action attack. I deal 1 damage to each minion. There's no minions. But, more importantly, he takes 8 damage.
Ooh!
Spicy!
Oh, that is a good card. I like
That's
that.
real good. So he goes down to 22.
It's what we call a power play.
We are absolutely smashing him. I like Ant-Man. He's fun.
Yeah, it seems it, yeah. I think just the fact of falling out the card, that just adds a whole element of fun to it. I want to fall it out.
Also, because I've got my helmet, I heal 2 from First Aid, and when I flip to Giant form, I heal another 2!
Wow.
So
Is
good.
that healing you 2 every time you go to giant?
If I go to Giant, I heal 2. If I go to Tiny, I draw a card.
Wow.
That's so good.
That's really good. That's very
Oh
good.
my god, it gets better. I've got the upgrade. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Ignore me. I thought there was more. There's not more. I'm getting excited. The Giant Strength doesn't count because I lost it to the stun.
Right.
I attacked, it would have been 4 damage, but obviously I was stunned, so it doesn't count, and then Stomp does the 8.
Yeah.
And that is me done. I played literally every card in my hand. Over to you, sir.
Nice. Well, you're not going to have these, but do you have tech upgrades in your...
I do.
Amazing. All right.
Two of mine are tech upgrades, both of mine.
Perfect. Well, I'll play Stark Tower.
Ooh.
Discard 2 energy. So when I'm in Stark form, which I am now, I can exhaust Stark Tower, choose a player, and they return the topmost tech upgrade in their discard pile.
Ooh.
I don't have any at the moment.
I
but
will
it's
have a
something that
look.
we've
I
got
don't think
there.
I have any tech. I guess it's good if you get the caught off guard. I take it back. I do have tech. Mine go to allies, are my tech upgrades that I've got at the moment. I don't have any for myself.
Well, it's there. Whenever we want to use it, we
What
can do it.
was the search for it? Sorry.
The player returns the topmost tech upgrade in their discard pile to their hand.
I don't think I do have any.
You don't get tech. You're all magic, aren't you?
Yeah.
What I'll do anyway is I'll play Tony Stark's action. If one of those is a tech upgrade, I'll bin it to bring it back anyway. So look at the top 3
That's really good.
cards. Yeah, perfect. That's worked really well. I will take combat training, which then will discard the other 2 cards. I'll exhaust Stark Tower
To get arc. That's so good.
to get the arc reactor.
I like that.
I'll play the arc reactor
That's it.
for 2, which I'll get rid of. War Machine and Hulk. I thought Hulk was really cool, but then I didn't like the idea of hurting people and then just
Hulk.
discarding him anyway.
Yeah, Hulk can be really good. Or if you pull the wrong card, he just goes on a rampage and it's mad.
Especially considering the amount of energies that I seem to be having in this deck as well.
Yeah, you have a lot of energy cards because you've got the repulsor.
Yeah.
Unibeam, that's it. Where he fires it out of his chest. You burn loads of cards out your deck, and for every energy you do extra damage.
Arc Reactor is amazing. Exhaust Arc Reactor to ready Iron Man.
That's so good.
So what I can do is I still don't have any science, so I can't get aerial to make that do more than 1 sort of pathetic damage. And my stats are only 1 attack.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do before I do that is I will heal for 3.
Yep.
I will then flip to Iron Man.
Yeah.
I will exhaust Arc Reactor to ready Iron Man.
Here we go.
And then I might as well do the 2 Thwart to get rid of the Bomb Scare.
Yeah. Bomb Scare is gone.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's
very
really
fun.
good.
Yeah.
It's all the bits of like the Black Panther I like of having all the little upgrades and they all do weird things.
Yeah. I like with Black Panther that when you play Wakanda Forever, you can pick the order that they go in. So you're like, in this situation, we need more thoughts, so I'll do it this way. Or this situation, there's loads of minions, so I'll do it this way. It's really good.
And it's always good. It keeps you on your toes as well.
Yeah.
Because you have to be like, right, I need to use all of these cards somehow. What's the best way to use these cards?
That's me.
That is you done. So that's everyone done. So tap up if you have been used and draw your hand.
So yeah, with me, I now have 5 upgrades. And because of Iron Man's ability, I get +1 hand size for each upgrade.
So good.
So I've already got a size of 6.
Which is what you have when you're Tony.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's so
I've
good.
never had the issue of the hand size. A little bit late to the
Surprisingly,
party, but it's
for
fine.
Ant-Man, who's so big and has massive hands, my hand size is only 4.
Maybe he's just
Giant body, tiny hands.
He's a T-Rex.
He's a T-Rex! Take this, villain!
That's why you only ever see him stomping on things.
That's it. It's not giant slap, it's giant stomp because he has tiny hands. Poor Ant-Man. I like that there's just some person watering their garden and he's just appeared from behind a house. Fear not, citizen!
I'm here to save the day.
You've just stood on my flower bed! Has everyone drawn up?
I've drawn
Indeed.
6 cards instead of drawing 5 to make 6.
To make it 6, yeah.
I forgot how to math for a while.
So, what we do now is we add 3 to that because there are 3 of us. So that goes like that. So that's on 7.
So it's ages away still.
Yeah, we're fine. Rhino is the basic, like the first scenario that you'd learn to play the game, which is why we've done it for the first video on the channel. Later on, when we play against different villains, they get crazy.
Yes, they definitely do.
Like, the Wrecking Crew, there's 4 different villains, and it changes who's in charge, because they're all arguing and bickering, it's great. So, we need to do a
Me
attack on
first?
you?
Yeah. Yes.
So Rhino will attack for 2, will you defend? You're on 7 health.
Yes, tough.
Oh, you got tough.
I do have tough.
You could just take it.
Yeah, just take it.
So
yeah,
you would have taken 4.
Thank goodness for that. There we go.
Oh yeah, because we knew the 2 boost was coming, didn't we?
Yeah.
So you would have took 4, but you just lose the tough, so that's fine. Same with me. I'm just going to tank it and lose the tough. So I would have taken 2, but it also gets rid of I'm tough, which gives Rhino a tough card. So that's really good. And then same for you. So Rhino attacks. You would have taken 3. And it's got rid of a Stampede, which means he can't attack again in the scheme phase. So now we go around and do the encounter cards. So for Mr. Strange, Hydra Mercenary. So this is the first one we've had. So this is a minion. So it now attaches to Doctor Strange and it will attack or scheme if it's able to do so. Also, this one has guard, which means you can't hurt Rhino until you destroy that.
Correct. But other people can aid me in killing him.
So like my Giant Stomp, it did 1 damage to all minions, or a single minion. Let me have a look. 1 damage to each minion, which is really good. And then I deal 8 damage to him. So there's ways that you can do it.
And also does that and the 8 damage.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like a shockwave, I guess.
Amazing.
And I guess also other players can choose to just straight up attack minions.
They can, yeah.
Attach to other players' cards.
So I could just be like, oh, I'll tap Ant-Man and I'll deal 3 damage and get rid of your minion for you.
Yeah.
And then it frees you up to blast Rhino with a spell.
Yeah.
So then I get a encounter card. I get False Alarm. When revealed, you are confused. If you are already confused, this card gains Surge. I certainly am confused. So I'll take one of these, which means I can't scheme. But I'm in giant form and I'm terrible at it, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's over to Iron Man, who gets a Hydra Mercenary for his troubles.
It's the same as you.
Another one. Yeah.
So again, another minion, he just attaches straight onto Iron Man, so he's got to deal with that before he can attack Rhino.
And they both have 3 HP.
Yes. 0 scheme, so they don't add anything to the main scheme, and they only do 1 damage, and they don't gain boost cards, which is good.
Just a little bit annoying, basically. That's all they are, really. Just an annoyance.
The greatest one we ever had is that Green Goblin kept sending a hired gun after Hulk.
Yeah, every time.
There's a guy with a 9mm trying to beat up Hulk. It's just not going to work.
It wasn't happening. It was not happening.
So that is the end of the round. So then that comes over to me, and then I'll start us off. It is now my turn. So the turn marker's moved across, and let's see what I can do. So Rhino's on 22 health. I'm going to get rid of Call for Aid, so I can play Army of Ants, which is support. Which means as an hero action, if I am tiny, I can exhaust it and it just does 1 point of damage because I send an Army of Ants after you, which is amazing.
1 million ants.
So I'm going to play Resize, which lets me change to my other hero form. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to turn into Tiny Ant-Man, which when I do this I get to remove a threat, so I'm going to remove a threat off that. Because I've got my helmet, I get to draw a card. Ooh, interesting. I'm then going to pay nothing to resize, so normally you can only switch once, so I'm going to jump back into giant size, which... Because I've jumped into giant size means I deal a damage, so I deal a point to Rhino.
Poor Scotland's internal organs.
I don't know what to do. And because this doesn't exhaust, and because I've gone back into giant, I heal a further 2 damage.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's so good.
Genuinely, Rhino's just staring at my...
Can't get me, Rhino. It's like up and down. And then because I've turned back into giant, it means I've got +1 attack. It gets better. So I'll attack for 4 damage, knocking Rhino down from 21 to 17. Ooh. And then I will exhaust Wrist Gauntlets, and I'll pay a Fist, and then a Wild, which I can use as a Fist, which is the Pin Particles.
Oh, here we go.
So now he becomes stunned.
Yes. Nice. There we go.
And because I've played Pin Particles, after you spend this card, heal 2 damage from your hero. If you are giant. So I heal another 2, so I go to maximum 12. So I'm back at full health.
Strats.
Also, what I should have done, so I'll do a quick backseas, when I was in tiny form, before I jumped back into large, I would have tapped that.
Yeah.
Which would have done an extra damage to Rhino, because I sent a whole swarm of ants on him. Amazing.
There we go.
And after that is me done.
Wow, amazing.
What a turn.
What a combo. Yeah, straight out.
Oh, it's mad. It's so good.
Alright. Mine's not going to be as interesting as that.
Here's a card. Done, right?
That's it.
I'm going to play... I'm going to put that next with combat training. Play under any player's control. Max one per player.
Yeah.
And it costs me 2. So I will get rid of emergency and a repulsor blast. I will then... I'm going to exhaust one of my boots. So I now have the aerial trait.
Nice.
Which means I can use my powered gauntlets to do 2 damage, which will be 2 damage. I'm going to do it to the mercenary because I have to anyway.
Yes, you do, yes.
So he's only going to have 1 health remaining.
Yeah. Are you getting rid of that final health? Just so I know if I need to put counters on or not.
Yeah, I'll attack him with Iron Man.
Yeah, so I get rid of him.
Yeah, so he's dead. When he dies, I'm going to use Chase Them Down.
Ooh.
After your hero attacks and defeats an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme.
Oh, that's so good.
2 off that.
Goes down to 1. So it's only on 4 with kept Rhino's scheme down.
Yep, I will then exhaust the arc reactor to ready Iron Man up again. And I'll be nice, I'll hit your Hydra Mercenary for 2.
Oh, thank you very much, the kind sir.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Over to Mr. Strange.
Over to Mr. Strange. So, to start off my turn, Doctor Strange is going to activate, which I'm going to use Winds of Watum, which allows me to draw 3 cards. So I'll place that on my discard.
That's so good.
The next card in my incantation would be Vapors of Valtor, which choose a status card in play. This is the one I was talking about at the beginning. Allows me to swap that status card to any status card. So either change that Confused to a Tough, or I could change Stun to a Confused,
can I stun myself?
For some reason, I haven't used that card yet. That's it's next to be used.
I'm getting excited.
So now I need to draw 3.
It's because I saw it at 0 cost. I'm like, he's coming.
That's it. It's on its way.
I'm no longer confused. I'm really strong.
Okay, here we go. So this should allow me to do a little bit of a, if I do it right anyway. So I'm going to discard energy, which allows me to pay for Cloak of Levitation.
Ooh.
Which, when exhausted, well, it gives me the aerial trait anyway.
Yeah.
But when exhausted, it allows me to ready up Doctor Strange.
Oh, so
which means I can then use 2 spells a turn, which is what we.
All of us have loads of stuff that can let us bounce around, and you guys can ready up loads. Obviously, I can change sizes and do extra effects. It's so good.
It's really cool, you can be confused and stuff, but still be doing that.
Dude, still doing the 14 because I can just change to tiny.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to discard Desperate Defense, Med Team, and Med Team.
Oh my god.
And activate the Eye of Agamotto.
Yes.
Which is going to then allow me to play.
It's happening.
Iron Fist. Here he comes.
Oh, there he is.
Up in the mix. So I'm going to put him next to.
He gets 2 chi counters, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Don't know how you remembered that one.
I only remember because it's so good.
It's amazing. Absolutely incredible.
Really good.
So now what I'll do is I'll use Cloak of Levitation to ready up Doctor Strange. Use Doctor Strange, which allows me to do Vapors of Valtor. Change that to a Tough token.
Huzzah!
You're a common player.
I could stun Ant-Man.
Then I shuffle my
incantation.
Spell deck.
So once Doctor Strange has used all 6 spells, he just shuffles the deck back up and he gets them all again. 5 cards, not 6.
And then the top card will be the 7 Rings of Ragdoll, which is the one that gives the tough status, which you've already got.
I've already got, so yeah.
But I can't use that this round anyway. And now I can do... So when Iron Fist first attacks an enemy, I remove a Mystic counter and I stun the enemy and deal 1 damage. So he's already stunned. So there's not much point in me using that this turn.
Get rid of the Hydra, I guess.
Get rid of the Hydra.
It's a waste of a stuff. I mean,
and it does damage to me, and it's 2 attack, so it's kind of like not to me. Sorry, just damage to Iron Fist, and you got 3 HP. So it's a question of do I then? So with this, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to attack. Oh, but then it loses the stun.
He still has another stun.
His first attack.
Yeah, but he's got 2 counters, so his first attack next turn.
Yeah. So I'm going to use that, which gets rid of 1 Mystic counter, which kills him. He goes, and that's the end of my turn.
So then we ready up.
Yep.
And then we draw up our hand. And then that goes up by 3. So he's only on 7. We've kept him well under control. He would then attack against me. I'll take it because I've got tough token. I drew an advance, so no boosts, and I just lose the tough. Against Iron Man, he would attack.
I'll take it. I've got 15 health.
Oh, wow. Hard to keep down, so that's good. We've got rid of that. No healing, so you only take 2. Against Doctor Strange, he would attack.
I'm not going to... Yeah, I'll defend.
You defend. Yeah. Oh, you can ready up because of your cloak. 2 boosts, so good shout. You take 4, minus the 2, so you take 2.
Alright.
And then now we do the encounter cards. So going around from me. So for me, I get my obligation. Care for Cassie. Give to the Scott Lang player. You may flip to alter ego. I get to choose. I exhaust Scott Lang. I remove it from the game. Choose and discard 1 card from your hand. You cannot change form until the end of your next turn.
Ouch.
Don't like that.
That's an ouchie.
I'm just going to exhaust and remove it from the game. I do not like that at all.
You have to exhaust Scott Lang, don't you?
Yeah, I have to flip. That's a good shout.
Which, realistically, does a very similar thing to you can't change form anyway because you'll be stuck with who you are.
Yeah.
So you might...
Although I could flip then back into hero and then play a resize.
Yeah.
It'd stop me from playing a resize card. And then for Iron Man, we get Explosion!
Oh.
When revealed, if a bomb scare is in play, which it isn't, so there is no bomb scare, so it gains Surgeon.
Yay.
Hydra Bomber!
No.
There was an explosion, there is now. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat in the main scheme. You can just place the threat in the scheme,
Right,
to be
yeah,
honest,
might
mate.
as well.
I
Yeah.
think we've nearly got Rhino, he's got 16 health, so it's fine. And then for Tim... Uh-oh! Shadows of the Past!
Oh no.
So this is really cool. So each hero has a nemesis that is part of their deck that's put to the side. So for you, because you're Doctor Strange, it's Baron Mordo. So he comes in, I believe. Yep, comes into play, engaged with you.
Fantastic.
And then Baron Mordo's
I wanted.
cards now enter the deck. So they've now entered the game. We give this a shuffle.
And there's barely any cards left, so they're all going to start appearing anyway.
Yeah, they're all going to be Baron Mordo
That's
cards.
really good.
Yay.
Hooray for that.
Huzzah!
Question, was that stun status on Rhino?
It was, so I wouldn't have lost a tough token. Well spotted, Doctor Strange. That's why you're one of the smart ones.
There you go.
And he's the mystic one. I'm the
it.
genius.
I can change size.
Well, you class that. Oh, you're just a civilian.
Civilian or Avenger Giant, Avenger Tiny.
I'm a tiny Avenger.
You're a tiny Avenger.
Regular Avenger. One of those tiny ones.
And then that's end of everything for this round, so it goes over to
Someone.
Mr. Stark.
Alright, what will I do here? I will play Relentless Assault. I'm going to pay for Relentless Assault with Strength. Cost 2. If I've paid for this attack using a Strength resource, gains Overkill. So I deal
Nice.
5 damage, so 2 damage to Hydra Bomber, and then 3 to Rhino.
Oh my goodness.
Disgusting behaviour.
Rhino is down to 13, so we've nearly got him.
Nearly got
I've
him.
got Avengers Mansion, shall I play?
Yeah. Okay.
The only way to play Avengers Mansion is to put it in the discard pile to pay for resources.
Which is exactly what's going to happen, because I'm going to play Pepper and bin the mansion off.
I don't blame you.
Why would I want Avengers Mansion when I've got Stark Tower? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
It's free real estate.
What will I be doing?
Anyway, I start blasting.
I can start punching him.
We've nearly got him, so we could probably kill him this turn.
Shut him down. Can I attack with Baron Mordo?
If he doesn't have guard,
No, he
then,
doesn't have guard yet.
then yeah, you can just ignore him.
I'm sure I can just attack him straight up then, I guess. What I'm going to do is exhaust Pepper to
Yes.
generate the resource on the top card of my discard pile, which I'm glad I'm put in that correct order.
Nice.
Exhaust her, so then she becomes a science resource, so then I become airborne, because that only happens until the end of the turn.
Yes.
I will then exhaust powered gauntlets to do 2 damage.
He goes down to 11.
I'm going to do 2 more hits as well. I'll attack with Iron Man to do 2 damage.
Yeah.
And then exhaust Arc Reactor to do another attack.
So he goes down to 7 hit points. We've got him this turn. In fact, Doctor Strange, if he had his spell, blot him in 1.
If
he has the spell.
Yeah, the spell.
Yeah. So that mean
I'm done.
Okie dokie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard Warning and Unflappable and exhaust the Eye of Agamotto.
If you can do 3 damage, I can do 4 damage and finish him. Just do as much damage as you can, and then I can finish him.
I can bring in Wong now.
Ooh.
Here he comes.
Oh, 4 damage there with those 2.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with Iron Fist.
Yep.
Onto,
which would stun Rhino.
Yep, which is 2 damage.
He'd lose 2.
So he's actually on. I forgot to give
Oh yeah, he got damage last turn as well, didn't he? So he's down to 1. Yeah. So Rhino's on 5.
Okay, and then I'm going to use Cloak of Levitation to bring Doctor Strange back, which allows me to cast 7 Rings of Ragador, which then gives everybody tough. Well, just gives
you guys tough. Sadly, I can't get double tough.
Can you put it onto anyone?
Yeah.
Put it onto one of your allies.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Chuck as a tough.
That means they can chump twice.
Yeah, that's gross.
Wong can be... No, in fact, I'm going to give it to Iron Fist because then he can stick around for a bit longer.
Yeah.
And then Wong is going to do 2 damage to him.
Knocks him down to 3.
I like how your villains come out. Go away.
Takes it. Ignore him.
Baron is literally like, I'm here, Strange.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, not now.
It's like, it doesn't matter, just leave me alone.
I'm busy.
He's exhausted because I used that other card. Let's see what the next spell would be, even though I'm not going to get to use it. Vapors of Altor, which is the status card one.
Yeah.
So, messy deck. You'll go.
My go. So, here's my plan. I'm going to flip into giant form. I am then going to get rid of these cards. One of them is the ping particles.
Ooh, yeah.
So, to play the Wasp. When Wasp enters play, I deal 2 damage to the enemy if I am in giant form.
So he's down.
So
you also do the
1
damage
hit
from
point.
turning to Ant-Man giant.
And because I'm giant, he takes another point of damage.
He dies from your transform.
He goes, oh, he's defeated.
He's got, oh no, he's too big.
He was just so intimidated that he died.
So what would happen now is Rhino is defeated. He would go to his second form. But because it's just a quick intro game to show you guys what Marvel Champions is on the channel, if you've never watched it before, we're just doing the first form today. But in future videos, when we do the villains, we'll do the extra forms.
More interesting ones because Rhino's pretty bog standard.
Yeah, Rhino, as you can see, is the same.
Brute.
Yeah, he's a brute.
Yeah.
There's Wrecking Crew, which is 4 villains, and you have to go through them. Ultron is horrible, and we'll save him for another time because he spawns drones and it's terrible. And he fires a nuke. We got nuked. That's what happened.
Hulk got murdered by so many small drones.
Oh yeah, Hulk died. Who else have we got?
There's Green Goblin.
Green Goblin is amazing.
Yeah.
All of the Red Skull expansion.
The thing is with Green Goblin is that he is a master at scheming.
Yes.
And then he flips between 2 forms, which then makes it a lot more interesting because you've got his attack mode and his scheming mode, both of which are equally as dangerous.
Yeah. You basically annoy him that much by ruining his criminal enterprise that he's like, right, I've had enough, and he starts throwing pumpkin bombs everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we've got Kang, which we've not played yet. So we could play it on the channel, which would be good. You fight Kang, and then stuff happens and you get sent through time, so we get split up. So that would be interesting.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, got quite a lot of villains of you going haven't played at all yet.
Yeah, we've got, like I said, we've got all the Red Skull.
Yeah.
He's got like Zorbin Man and who like gets effects off terrain and stuff.
Phase 2 of Green Goblin.
Oh yeah, the mutagen one, yeah.
Never ripped that.
So, thank you for watching, guys. If you did like the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment down below on what villain or hero you would like us to play or play against. And we will see you guys in the next one.